Welcome in e-world of the Sanskar Public School, Mathura. Welcome in e-learning session of SST of class 10. In this video, we are going to learn of mineral and resources. That is the chapter number 5 of geography.
Now we will discuss about the fourth chapter of geography, that is the mineral and the energy resources. In this chapter we will discuss about the minerals and the resources of energy. But before that we should be aware and we should know that what are the minerals and what are the resources separately, how we have to got it and from where we have to got these minerals and the resources, and how we have to use it, how many minerals can be renewable, how many minerals cannot be renewable, and how many minerals are very harmful, how many are very precious, and how many are very harder and the softer. Everything we should know about it before knowing about the minerals and the energy resources. So first of all, now we have to discuss about the resources. What are the types of the resources and how it distributed among the world in the nature, and how many methods used by the government, used by the human beings and the geologists and the geographers. The geologists and the geographers are the persons and the scientists, especially those who got about the geography, those who got study about the minerals and the resources. These are the scientists, those who know well from where we have to got the mineral and what mineral we will get from there. For an example, our scientists have to be discussed and find out the Son mountain. So at the Sonbhadra they have to be find out the gold. Gold is also the mineral, and who find out this? Geographer and the geologist. They played a very active role because it is also the part of our SST. Now let's start the resources. Resources means whatever we are using in our daily life. These all are the resources. Like fan we are using, like refrigerator we are using, like we are using water, we are using the oxygen. These all are the mineral, but it has the different types. So first of all, the types of the resources. So there are the three types. Number one is the natural, yani how many resources we are getting in a natural form. That is the natural resources like the air, water, oxygen, etc. Next is the human made resources. How many resources we have to prepared by the human being. That is called the human made resources. For an example, we are getting iron ore from the nature, but human prepared the fan. Then we are using the fan. So fan is a human made resources. Human resources are the skills of the human being. Human resources are the intelligence of the human being, because the human resources are the resources by using it human invent a different thing is called the human resources. For an example, their talent, their knowledge, their skills, because they use their skill and they invent the different things. They use their talent and then they invent the different things. They find out the new things. That is called the human made resources. For an example, like education, because when we are educated then we can think at the upper layer. That is called the human resources. Now this human made resources, and the natural resources again divide on the basis of the different part. So number one is the natural resources, and the natural resources is divide first number at the origin basis. Origin basis means at the in which form we are getting this. So first of all, in a biotic form and the abiotic form. Biotic form means which minerals we are getting in a living thing, in a living form. That is called the biotic resources. Next is the abiotic, which are the non-living thing, in a form of the rock, in a form of the sand, in a form of the soil. That is called the non-living thing. Second is the renewable resources. Renewable, that is also the part of the natural resources. So now the renewable resources means those who can renew, yani ki which resources we can renew, yani we can use again. That is called the renewable resources. For an example here, solar energy and the wind energy, because if this energy needs to be over, then we can renewal again, we can use again this. So this is called the renewable energy. Next is the non-renewable energy, means that which resources we cannot use again. For an example, coal and petrol. When we are using the petrol in our vehicle, then after a few time the petrol is over, but we cannot renewal again, because we will not have anything. Like the coal, when we use the coal, then after burning the coal we will not have anything. So how we will renewal it? So that is the non-renewable resources. Next is the distribution. Distribution means, because we know well that at some places we got the more mineral and the different mineral, but at the different place there is very little form, yani little quantity of the mineral. So that is called the basis of the distribution. Localized and the ubiquitous. Localized resources, which resources are getting at the all over the world, localized. And the ubiquitous resources, which resources are get at the particular place. For an example, we can found gold only the Kolar mine of Karnataka. So that is, we found the gold at the particular place, that is called the ubiquitous. Next, the basis of the development. Development means how many invention we have to done and how much part we have for the need. According to the need, how many invention and how much development we are having, that is called the development. We are having the actual form and the potential form. Potential form like the wind energy and the thermal energy, and the actual form when we use the mineral as a usual, in which form we are getting from the nature, like petrol, diesel and the coal we are using as usual, in which form we are getting from the nature. That's why it is called the actual resources. So this is the chart of the resources. Before knowing the mineral, first of all everyone should have the knowledge about the resources, then we will discuss about the mineral. Minerals mean same as the resources whatever we are using in the daily life, that is also called the mineral. But now the mineral is also divided into three parts, that is the metallic, non-metallic and the energy mineral. So first of all, metal. In a metallic resources we got the mineral in a form of the metallic form, but again we have to divide the metallic resources into three parts, that is the ferrous, non-ferrous and the precious. Precious means more harder and more valuable, like the platinum and the gold. Ferrous like the iron ore, manganese, nickel and cobalt, in which we are getting in a hard form. Ferrous minerals are getting in very hard form, that's why we are called the ferrous, and that's why it is a part of the metallic mineral. Non-metallic is the non-ferrous. Non-ferrous we are getting in a form of the different stone type form, that is called the copper, lead, tin and bauxite. Now the non-metallic resources, these are the salt, milk, mica, potash, sulfur, granite, limestone and the sandstone, and the different stones also, which are very precious and which is very required in all over the world. Next is the energy resources like coal, petroleum and the natural gases. Now let's know more about these minerals and the resources by the animated video.
Imagine a world without metals, glass, fuel and construction materials. There would be no buildings, transport, roads, industries, machines or appliances. Metals and fuels have made our social, industrial and economic development possible. All these materials come from substances called minerals, found embedded in rocks in the Earth's crust. Minerals are defined as naturally occurring homogeneous substances that have a definite internal structure. Some minerals are essential for our body to carry out its chemical and biological processes. These minerals are required in very small quantities, but are essential for the proper functioning of the organs in our body. You will be surprised to know how many different minerals you use in everyday activities. For example, brushing your teeth. The toothpaste you use contains limestone, aluminium oxide, silica and phosphate minerals for cleaning, titanium oxide for its white color, fluoride to prevent cavities, and mica for sparkle. Other examples of minerals utilized in articles of daily use are tungsten in ballpoint tips and filaments in light bulbs, nickel in rechargeable batteries, silver and argentite in photographic films, and graphite in pencils. Remember that rocks themselves are not minerals. Rocks contain minerals mixed with organic material. Here is a rock that contains the greenish mineral called cuprite, which is used to extract copper.